Well, g'day everyone and welcome back to the channel. Tonight we're making my version of a red curry. We're going to start with just a couple of tablespoons of peanut oil. It's got a nice high smoking point, so it's not going to burn. Okay, next up we're going to go with some minced garlic, a couple of tablespoons of that. I put a fair bit in because I enjoy garlic. And next, about a heaped teaspoon of minced ginger. And 2 heaped teaspoons of the chili paste. Well, it's just a minced chili. Give that a stir around, get it going. And switch over to a wok tool and give it a good stir. Just want to cook all those aromatics in together. Next, I'm adding in some fire spice. Just helps to add to the flavour. Probably about a quarter of a teaspoon of that. Okay, the next one is a good ingredient. It is roasted shrimp paste. It smells like death, but it tastes like heaven. It's fantastic stuff. It's just like stock cube. You just got to crush it up, get it in there, and then mix it all up in there. You could, if you aren't in a shrimp paste, you'd probably swap it with some dehydrated mushroom or something like that. That would probably do the job. But yeah, on the shrimp paste just gives it the umami, and it's really good stuff. Next up we have palm sugar. I've taken a couple of cubes of that and 2 cubes and just chopped it up just to help it melt in there a little bit easier. Let's start in with the vegetables. I'm going to add some red and green pepper, which is just roughly chopped up. The red and the green. And we're going to mix it all up again. The key to this one is to keep it moving. Don't let it burn at the bottom. You want that wok temperature fairly hot at this stage. Next, I'm adding the skin and the fat off the chicken. I had a chicken breast with the skin on, so just cut that up. That's going in. Bit of a stir up. The skin just adds that bit of flavour to it, which is great. Next up, we're going to add in a teaspoon of lemongrass. This is really good in a curry. It helps to freshen up the flavour. Stops it being too heavy and helps to keep it light and fresh in flavour. And again, we're stirring around. As I said, you just want to keep it moving. The heat's up, keep it moving around. And we add in the actual breast meat itself. It's just a single chicken breast, just diced up in a decent chunky sized bits, and stir it up again. Okay, this had a bit of cooking time and a couple of stirs since the last clip. We want to get that chicken fairly cooked. And we're adding in some spring or green onion, whichever you'd like to call them. Okay, another good stir up. And now the mushrooms. It's just about half a dozen button mushrooms, just sliced up. And we have some fish sauce, just to add some salt to it. Just a couple of splashes, call it about a teaspoon and a half. And next up, some rice vinegar. And again, probably about a teaspoon, teaspoon and a half. Get it mixed through, blend it in with all those vegetables and the meat. Cooked frozen prawns are going in next, or shrimp if you want to call them that. They're already cooked. You just want to bring them up to temperature. You're not looking to cook them anymore. So you just want to warm them up, bring them up to temperature. If you cook them too much, you're just going to end up with rubbery. And a can of coconut cream, which of course doesn't want to come out of the tin. Spoon, a bit of encouragement. Make sure you scrape it all out, get all the liquid out of it. It comes out of the tin fairly solid, but once it starts warming up and you mix it through, then it starts liquefying up. It forms a nice sauce in there. And now we're just going to turn down the heat, and we just want to have a simmer going. We don't want it at the boiling temperature, the big high flame that we have for the frying. We just want all the flavors to marry together. Just warm those prawns up and just finish cooking out the chicken. Just stir up, get it together, and just leave it and let it simmer just so it all comes up to temperature together. Been simmering it for a bit, give it a little bit of a stir and have a taste test. The big part about Thai style cooking is balancing your sweet, your hot, your sour, and just getting all those flavors in balance together. That's the really important part of it. And it's spot on. And there you go, and the time it's taken to cook the noodles, the curry's done. Alright, so plate up time. Just got our noodles in a nice little pile there. And just ladle over that beautiful curry. Just want to make sure we got plenty of sauce in there for the noodles to soak up. Okay, we're just going to garnish it with a bit of chopped coriander, or cilantro as the Americans call it, and some fried shallots, which are delicious. Alright, we're going to serve it up with some beautiful naan bread, and here's a flashcard to the recipe. And of course it's not done unless you've tasted it and made sure it's okay. And of course, that's some really good stuff. Okay, folks, thanks for tuning in and watching. Please like and subscribe. Please hit that little bell notification so you know when I've got more recipes coming along, and comment down the bottom. Thanks very much. Bye.